I wanted to start just on the Steam page for the Stanley Parable, just because I wanted to show. Oh, well, it says last played today. I'm not sure when this updated. I guess this updated when I hit the install, but I last played it in 2013. So hopefully that means I'm going to get this Steam achievement. Damn it, I don't know if that showed up on the recording. I didn't notice this change to say today. But I swear to you people, it was 2013 moments ago. Surely installing the Stanley Parable doesn't ruin that achievement, right? I guess we'll find out. Almost finished downloading. While we're here, we should look at what all the achievements are. Play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. Cool. Cool. Go outside. That's the one we're going for. See, look, this is when I last played it. 26th of October 2013. At about 9 p.m, I guess. So it was a late night Stanley Parable sesh. So hopefully that means that we're going to get this bad boy. Alright, let's do it. How do I go back? Go back, Steam. Oh no, still downloading. Well, maybe I started the stream a little bit too early, but yeah, I'm confident. So just to talk about my experience with the game, played it back in 2013, which is, I guess, when it first came out, I suppose. Fun game, pretty interesting. I don't know. I've played, in my opinion, games that I thought were similar to it but better. Like, I really enjoyed the Beginner's Guide, which has kind of a similar vibe of, it's a game about games, you know. I played, what's the one? It's like Dr. Langaslev, the Emerald and the Tiger, the Heist or whatever, something like that, which I also thought was quite a good game. Again, quite similar to Stanley Parable. In fact, I think developed by some of the same people as Stanley Parable, so pretty similar. Yeah, anyway, let's see if we get the achievement. I'm going to change to my actually the game stream in a moment. Ooh. Ooh, there we go. Come on, Stanley. Switch to capturing specifically the Stanley Parable. Here we go. Oh, why is it so small? Is this the resolution that this game runs at? That can't be right. Video. Give me like proper res, please. Come on, what? That's the highest it goes? Wow, how old is this game? Alright, seemingly I can only stream it in a little square box, so we're just gonna have to put up with that. Just a little square box. Alright, fine. Let's just center align it. There we go. And we're back. Alright. It's never the end. The end is never the end. This is more or less what I remember about this game. God.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, of every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-eating, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete
Hey,
isolation.
Bo.
Something was very clearly wrong.
Actually, I'll answer that after
Sharp,
this cinematic. I should pay
frozen
attention.
Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I played it 7 years ago, and I can't remember how far I got.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No.
Do it.
I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Alright. I'll play your game, narrator.
Say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Alright, I feel like I'm being tricked here.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Where's 417? It's literal clickbait.
Ooh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna see where this chain goes. So yeah, I remember I played this game a while back, 7 years ago actually,
Excellent.
and
I think we're getting
enjoyed it.
somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was good. I definitely think, man, 4B3. Can I get in there? No, of course not.
Now, back to door number 437.
Go. Is there oh, I can crouch. Where was 437? I don't even remember. Oh, there.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Get it.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
This is great. Good times.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes, this is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. I don't think I've seen that one, have I? Oh, there.
We've almost got it. Now the copy machine, do that one again.
Where was the copy machine? Was it in here? Yep.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430. Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh,
Yay, did it.
Splendid, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright. You told me, narrator. You got me, boy.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
This is my strategy. Monitor is free to play. Solid.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Is there something in here to do?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I'm suspicious.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Fair enough. Ooh, nice office. Really nice office. Small door on that executive bathroom, though. It seems really low down. Am I wrong? It looks really small, but I guess maybe I'm just weirdly proportioned. Oh, game audio volume up. Let's do that. Up we go a bit, game audio volume. Alright. Ooh, subtitles. Good idea. Yes, I will do. Audio? Closed captioning. Subtitles only. Full captions. That'll be both, right? Cool. Man, this game doesn't perform great, does it? Oh.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Alright, nothing back there. I really don't remember much about this game. All I really remember is what I've learned so far. You know, it's a game that plays on the idea of the narrator, what's in the game, the kind of metatextual commentary, that kind of stuff.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I kind of wonder, because I remember when I first played it, I had the vibe of like, oh, it's, you know, it's just kind of a metatextual joke game. But coming back to it now, as someone who's older and engages with texts on a maybe a slightly more thoughtful level, I wonder if there's anything deeper to this game that I just completely missed on my first playthrough, you know, my first go at it, to some actual commentary, or if it's as cheap as I remember myself taking it to be. I think this first run, let's just do what the narrator says.
The The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
It's Cerebro.
What horrible secret did this place
It's very
hold?
much designed on
Stanley thought to
Cerebro,
himself.
right?
Did he
Fucking
have the
X-Men
strength
2 style or
to find
whatever.
out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of
Panopticon.
an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers, the lives of so many individuals reduced to images.
Where am
on a
I?
screen.
I'm 430, but I
Stanley,
didn't see.
one of them, eternally monitored in this place where
I didn't
freedom
see
meant
my
nothing.
number. Speaking of Panopticon, I've actually just caught up to the Magnus Archives properly. Just like yesterday, I listened to the latest episode, so I'm now fully caught up. Where's oh sorry, 430, right? Down there. Is that my room? No, I wasn't 430, was I? I was like fucking 415 or something. 430 was the door I clicked on. 427? Is that what I was? Yeah, that looks like my room where I started. Okay, cool. Well, I found myself. There's nothing there. Where's 01? What's employee 1? Can't really make it out, can we? There are some with red errors on them. There was an employee who was fired, is that right? I saw that? Oh. Employee fired. Employee 601 maybe. Okay.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. Four. Four indeed. I guess I want to shut down the power. G. Home 10. Home G. These little buttons seem to do things, but the big buttons don't. I suppose. Okay. I suppose we're shutting down the power. Or 5? Okay. I didn't see a 1, 2, or 3 button, did I? Oh no. 3. So I presumably need a 1 and a 2. You would think. Well, there they go. Alright, let's try it. Those sounds seemed to indicate nothing good, right? Like, that didn't seem to indicate that I was doing this correctly. But if the answer isn't to hit them in order, then I'm not sure what it is. Maybe I hit... There's no zeros, so it's not that. 0, 4, yeah. Can't be that. Just seems to make random noises. Okay. Those lights always twisting down there? Probably. Offline. Alright. I'm gonna assume there might be some puzzle to solve in here, but I might not have all the information I need.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty.
All right.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
All right. Completed the game. Thumbs up. Now I remember, it seems to remember that I had more than one playthrough, and the narration will respond accordingly, I suspect.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Looks like the right office to me. Although, is it different? I don't think it's different. Looks the same. This is the thing you can get up on. Oh. I can do input. Somehow.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, well, I guess let's start here.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Need some kind of card reader to get through there. Well, if I'm bad at following directions...
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, I didn't get a choice that time. Did I? I did not. This is meant to be the choice room here, but my choice has been lost. Or made for me. Or... where am I? Oh, this is the choice room now.
Stanley came to a set of
Maybe
two
I'm
open
just
doors.
misremembering.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, admire the lounge.
Wow. Yes,
Delicious. Yum, yum,
this
yum.
room. What a... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, this time let's take the lift properly.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So, if there's a key card somewhere, I could take it. I don't think I've seen one.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay, I'll give you a chance, narrator.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just like we're doing right now. Don't you see that it's
hold on,
Stanley? I wanted to stop.
Where did I come out?
We would both be
In
so
there?
much happier if we just stopped. And I think, well, I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
It's making me uneasy. Okay, that's a big black empty door. As is that.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy. No,
Sorry.
wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I'm not gonna die.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh my god. Is the room? Well, I'm not gonna do that, obviously. I'm obviously not just gonna jump off the staircase. Not without examining that I have nothing better to do first. If you can show me an...
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here. No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
Yeah, but what am I meant to do? Just stand there forever? I'm not gonna do that, or am I?
Are you... You are going to stay here, aren't you?
I don't want to play with anything. I just want to... I want to find more mysteries, but I don't want to kill myself. But I will if I have to.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you? Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing. No! Oh,
I survived.
thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
There, you happy?
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Stop moving. Oh my god, my lights just flickered in real life. It was very spooky. I can't just stay here forever, I'm sorry. Not just gonna stand there forever.
Go back.
No.
There's nothing good that can come from this.
This is what I have to do. This is what I have to do.
No. No. What do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
See ya.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along.
but I guess that was too much to ask.
What this narrative
Looks like you wanted
fails...
to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
This narrator is asking me to give up my autonomy for his happiness, and that is just unacceptable to me. Sorry, narrator. Now, let's be on the extra special lookout for ID cards or swipe cards of some kind.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh. That's 2 out of 4 now. So I guess I just need to do that multiple times. Turn off all the computers, save electricity. Alright.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room,
Sorry,
and
narrator.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just
Exactly
to
what I
admire
wanted.
it. The
See, that
lounge
time I
was
didn't pass through a
sublime,
little blue
a work of
corridor.
art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open
Interesting.
door on his left.
This time, let's go this way.
Stanley was so bad
Let's
at
actually
following
ride
directions,
the
it's incredible he
elevator.
wasn't fired years ago.
All the way up.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her? Who's
This is
her?
it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who is her? Alright, that's an indication that more is going on. Oh,
That's her, Stanley. You.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, He stepped up from his desk to
did
realize
my
that
TV
all
go?
his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one
This
path
is my
led an
filing
enormous
cabinet from
bound
my
room
office.
with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer.
Oh.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. I am gonna do it though. Should I do it? See, this is interesting now. The game is taking on an almost, I don't know, anti-escapism kind of bent, but it's not really getting the point of video games then. Alright.
You see, can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But
So
I
what,
don't
I'm
make
fully
the
back in my
rules.
office
I
now.
simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again.
Please die.
And Stanley pushed a button. And I
Do I think this game is trying to say anything grander? I mean, so far there's nothing super grand about anything, any message that it's trying to impart. You know, it's like, it's set up a world of I'm a employee doing a drone mundane job, and then I'm chasing the purpose of the game, and it's also kind of saying to me, oh, you're a fool for doing that, you know, like you're a fool for engaging in this game the way that you're clearly meant to engage in this game, because it's all meaningless and it's just a game. But that's kind of, I don't know, it's like a weirdly circular and nonsensical point. So I don't know, we'll see. I suspect there must be hopefully something more being said here, but we shall see.
simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Keep turning off the computers. I want to hit the input keyboard, wherever it is. One of these keyboards, the input keyboard? No. Okay. I guess not. See, yeah, this time I definitely didn't pass through a little blue hallway. But I did one of the times before. The time
When
where
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
I think it was the
left.
time I jumped off
This
the
was not
elevator.
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
The time I jumped off the
Perhaps he
elevator,
wanted
there was
to
an
stop by
additional
the
little
employee
hallway.
lounge first, just to admire
Let's
it.
do that again. Let's just do that again and see if that
Standing
happens
now
again.
in this incredible room, Stanley but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
Other
ago.
paths to take include jumping off the elevator and going through there and not going through the door
But
that
in his
he
eagerness to prove
told
that
me
he
to
is
go
in
through.
control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
That seems
Good
like
job,
a
Stanley.
different
Everyone
possibility.
thinks you are very powerful. All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is
See, yeah,
it? Is this Stanley's office?
this is different. That's what it said before. Is it different? It's slightly different somehow. See, yeah, oh no. Okay, not that time. Weird. Weird.
When Stanley came to a set
Must
of
be
2
slightly
open
different,
doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go back to the
This
blue
was
and red
not the
doors
correct
and
way
then
to the
choose
meeting
the
room, and Stanley
other
knew it
one, the
perfectly
one that he
well.
doesn't want us to go through.
Perhaps
I
he
think the
wanted to
red
stop
door.
by the employee lounge
Or was the
first,
red door the
just to
one-
admire it.
I don't remember.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley,
And
I think
I
perhaps
wonder,
we've got
there's an
off on the
open
wrong
door
foot
there.
here.
I
I'm
wonder if
not
there's a
sure
way
that
for me to
you
jump
really
down like onto a
I
truck or
realize
something
that
and
investing
not
your
get
trust in
hurt.
someone else can be difficult, but the
Maybe if I
fact
just
is
quickly
that the
jump off
story
onto a
has
truck,
been about nothing but
that
you
would,
all this time.
you know, have a better result or
Someone
something.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone. What? Really?
Yeah,
I
we'll
was in
see.
the middle of something. Do you have zero
Try that another
consideration
time.
for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Yep, prove it, bud.
Now listen
So, I
carefully.
went
This
through
is
that one
important.
last
Stanley
time.
walked through the red door.
But this time I'm gonna go this way.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Haha,
Stanley
okay.
walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
And it's
And in the
interesting.
end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Fair enough.
There we go. A third option. This already feels
Oh my
leaps
God.
ahead of where we
It's really
were before.
storming outside.
Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
What if I just choose this one again? Okay.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
4.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh, yeah. Ouch. What's the correct door? This one?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you
I
feel
do think so.
motivated to
I
keep
do like a
working through
leaderboard.
doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you do
4 hours. Come on. That's not gonna
Why
happen.
don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try.
I'm
I'm
sure
out.
there's an
I'm
Easter
out.
egg if you
I'm
play
done.
for 4 hours, but
It's
I'm
over.
clearly not going to do that.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
All right.
Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh, Minecraft.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had
I
absolutely
can't
nothing to
build
do
or
with.
dig.
But
Come
is it
on.
enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course.
It's not a very
and
good
just to
house.
finish it all off. Yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond.
This is
Diamond
surprisingly
everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley.
surprising.
We have to
I
go
don't-
mining. Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Did he make
Oh, no.
Minecraft
This is
in,
far more open-ended than I had in mind.
fucking Hammer
I'm
or
looking for
Source
something
or
more
some shit?
narrow
That's
and
crazy.
linear. Yeah. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5.
I mean, I
Even
guess it's not
diamonds couldn't save
Minecraft. You
this
can't
one.
dig or anything.
Okay,
but
new game.
Still good. still impressive. Oh, Portal. Classic.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is. Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius.
I wonder the legality behind this, or if they
That's plenty. I really don't care much
like
to see
asked
you stumble through any more of these games.
Valve if they could use this, or Mojang. Or if it counts as, I guess there's probably a world in which it just counts as fair use or something similar. What am I meant to be doing here? Where am I going? Alright, off the edge we go. God, this is just a fucking maze. Is that just, yeah, not part of the maze? Alright. Let's try this way. 427 is what we're clearly looking for. Oh, and we're about to find it. Four two seven. Okay. Cool. Cool. Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close...
That makes sense.
then
The
I'll be
original
back.
source, or
The end
whatever
will
it
be
was.
here soon.
Half-Life mod, Stanley Parable. Oh.
I can wait.
Okay. Let's try the escape method this time, where we go the way that he wants us to go, and then we go through the escape door.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Where's the input keyboard? Why is it not showing up anymore? It's gotta be around here somewhere though, surely. Oh well.
When Stanley came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the
All right.
first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section
walked straight ahead to the opposite door
We'll
and
come
got
back to you
on
later.
track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I can also go
Coming
down
to
there.
a staircase,
Okay.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping
What was
into
it,
his
2,
manager's
4,
office, Stanley
8,
was
5
once
or
again
something?
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be?
Wasn't that it? Something like
In
that.
fact, this keypad
2, 8,
guarded
4,
the
5,
terrible
okay.
secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Yeah. I mean,
Feeling
it's
soothed
interesting.
and
It's an interesting game. I'm not.
Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I'm not exceptionally wowed by anything that it's doing, I guess. I guess this type of meta commentary on games was a lot less common in 2013 when original Stanley Parable came out. This was definitely the first game of its type that I played. But yeah, I don't know.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
Alright,
door
let's
that
do
read
this.
Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of
Let's
this
see.
hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nah.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Did I die? This is a very Wonka-esque.
As the machine
Thing,
whirled
is
into
it?
motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
Oh.
it reflected that his life
I'm gonna
had
get
been
crushed.
of no consequence
Okay.
whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he
Can I
resigned
crouch under the
and willingly
squasher?
accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Probably not. Oh well. It was a good life.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as
Oh my
Stanley was
God.
led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Okay.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Ah, that's cool. Yikes. Oh, okay. Oh, in a previous version. Okay. Maybe worth trying it again anyway. What? The Zending. Okay. Not found.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
And this is where we're going to end today's playthrough, I think. Oh, there we go. Yes. This is where we're going to end. Yes. I don't know. I'm gonna just not give judgment right now. If you want judgment, you can tune in tomorrow for the game club. I'm just... yeah, we'll see. We'll see how my thoughts crystallize after I sit with this game for a few more hours. I might try again, play again a bit more later. But I'm about to do a podcast recording now as well, so it's an opportune moment to leave. Alright folks, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.